Yo, yo, yo. Live in the building. What's going on? What's going on? We're live. How's everybody doing? London session loading. Big moves on gold the last couple of days. Earlier in the week, I think it was the beginning of the week, first thing we talked about was this. You can see how some of the things you look at maybe days before, you can look at some things. When was this? This was like 2 days ago. Yeah, 2 days ago. Beginning of the week. Monday. We looked at this on Monday. I posted in Telegram too. Posted this in Discord. In the public chats. And look what happened yesterday. This is where we go into like forecasting things or seeing things. You might see things really clearly one day. Like this was Monday. And the market ended up going up, as we all know. But then yesterday, if you look what happened yesterday, that price. So like sometimes analysis, or even a lot of times analysis you do one day could be relevant days later, or something you're looking at. It could be a price. I was talking about this price above $5,100 key level. Let's talk about how gold has reclaimed and held above 5,100, turning into a key short-term support. This level is prior resistant, now acting as a decision point. So while above 5,100, bias remains bullish. So even a price, it could be a price. It could be a price level, specifically, right? 5,100. Market likes whole numbers. Bump. Anyone see that? Did anyone see that? Man, I was gonna send another trade, but I didn't. And then I slept through the night and I honestly missed probably like 2 trades because I slept. It is what it is. But there's a lot I'm gonna go over a bit right now, and then I'm gonna record some videos after this. I've been recording a lot. But whole numbers, we talk about those whole numbers. Always. Bam. Discord, if you go back, I made this Discord a year ago. And one of the first things I posted in the Discord under blueprints, if you're in the public Discord, there's a section called blueprints in that Discord. If you scroll to the top, I still got to make videos on all these blueprints. There you go, January 8th, 2025. So here's the thing. A lot of the information I'm teaching nowadays, I've been teaching for years. Nothing is new, right? Nothing is random. Nothing is lucky guessing. Like the same things. January 8th, 2025 was when I posted a lot of these blueprints, when I made this Discord. And these are a lot of the things I talk about on sessions, actually. Like on these live sessions, pretty much, that I do. I do more live sessions inside the inner circle. I talk about a lot of these things. I talk about a lot of these things throughout the streams. So if you go to these blueprints, one of the things we talk about is whole numbers right here. This one. And we talk about this all the time. Certain prices can just really react and serve as a key level at times. In this case, 5,100. Now, mind you, I was considering that price 2 days ago. So it's like you could have something that you're looking at Monday or Tuesday and it happens Thursday or it happens Wednesday. It happens 2-3 days later. Still could always be there. This happens a lot when I do like analysis with my charts. Yeah, we talk about whole numbers. That's one of the main things I always talk about on these sessions. Whole numbers, why they matter with gold, things to pay attention to. Gold reacts very well to whole numbers. That's round price levels ending in 0, 25, 50, 75. So these levels are often where institutions place their orders. They serve as key areas of support and resistance. So gold is a high volatile pair, XAU. Whole numbers provide psychological price points where traders naturally set their orders. Order clusters. There can be order clusters around these whole numbers, psychological levels. What are you guys saying in the chat? What are you guys saying in the chat? What are you guys saying in the chat? Anything? Anything? I'm looking at it in case. 120 people watching. Let's get the likes up, fam. T-Money. I didn't say it. T-Money said it. T-Money said it. It wasn't me. It wasn't me. T-Money said it. All right. Shout out to T-Money. These levels can act as magnets. So they can act as magnets. Price can trade towards them, can find them. They can be breakout points, or you'll often see price bounce or reverse at these whole numbers. At the time, I did an example of, those types of levels, like 2,600. Again, round price levels ending in 0, 25, 50, 75. So 0, 25, 50, 75, 0. If you don't understand this, check out my YouTube videos. There's a lot of YouTube videos on this topic. Literally, like, you could probably watch a couple of YouTube videos, and again, you'll see this topic. All right. And again, this is where a lot of traders these days are always looking for something new, something to better. Now there's a lot of artificial intelligence. Let something scan the market for you so it can find the best trade setup for you. Right? All this, and that. Like, the things I've been using have stood the test of time for me and thousands of people. Right? There's people in, like, I have my own inner circle, kind of like academy and course, right? I have my own inner circle. There's thousands of people out there that have learned and used my things, and people teaching the things that I use to hundreds and hundreds of thousands of other people. It stood the test of time. And the problem a lot of you guys probably do in your trading, especially in year 1 to 3, right? From year 1, remember, I've been trading for 11 years. So for those of you guys, I don't know if any of you guys have been trading for 11 years. Let me know in the chat how long you guys have been trading for. Type in the chat, how long have you guys been trading for? Let me know. Let me know in the chat if you guys have been, how long you guys have been trading for. 1 month, 2 months, 5 months, 5 years, 5 weeks, 5 minutes, 5 hours. Let me know in the chat how long, if you guys are trading, or how long you guys have been trading for. You guys are going to probably go through a phase in between year 1 to 3, right? Between, like, in your first 3 years, right? Where you're always going to look for something new. So at a point, it's like you learn all this information, and then it's like what you actually apply and what you actually focus on and what you actually need, right? Because there could be a bunch of information that you learn, and you don't apply much. So you have a basket of information that you've learned. You have 10 different strategies that you know. You can't figure out which setup to focus on, which trade to take, when to take a trade, because you know too much. So that's like an information bias. Thinking that you need more. So we got 2 years. What else? What else we got? We're here on YouTube. 2 years, 5 years. What else? What else? Scanner updates are coming like literally really shortly. All right, I'm gonna post in school. I know there's some updates that need to happen. But at a point you might learn so much, like probably year 1, year 2, year 3, you're learning different strategies, taking different courses, finding different indicators, watching a bunch of videos, absorbing all of this information. You're spending hours learning. But then it's like applying. You might apply so little in that time, right? So it's like, what do you need? What works, right? Because there's so many things that could be blocking you from actually making decisions because you just might know too much, right? You maybe know too much of things. And that's where it comes down to sometimes taking a step back in your trading and just focusing on one thing, two things. All right. 1 year. 1 year with up and downs, 3 weeks. 1 year with some up and downs, around 1 year, 3 years, 5 years, 4 years. Nice. Nice. All right. Couple years. I've been trading 11 years. So I've had 11 years of experience learning, watching the markets, watching these candlesticks, right? And a lot of what I use nowadays has been through filtering out noise, unnecessary stuff that might even overcomplicate things, stuff that's like, you know what, I don't need to be a perfectionist. Let me just simplify things on what I'm good at. And for me, it took a long time. Now, I'll admit it took me I would say around 4 to 5 years to really filter out through things, understand more of what not to do, and what to really focus on. And sometimes you might need to take a step back, go to the basics. Like there's even a video that I think on my YouTube channel that I posted 7 months ago that to this day, it's like I'm still teaching that stuff in that video. Like I'm literally doing sessions. If you go watch that session, it's right here. Watch this video, for example, 7 months ago. Like trading doesn't have to be complicated, but if you focus on so much, you overcomplicate things. Because you FOMO, you miss setups. This video that I made 7 months ago, it only got 1K views. It's a good video because to this day, it's 7 months ago, but to this day, right? That video right there to this day is stuff that I'm teaching you guys every week. The format of it, about the market. What's good? I see some people joining the live. Smash the like button. We got a good amount of people on. It's 2 o'clock in the morning. We got a good amount of people on. Where are you guys tuning in from? Let me know where you guys are tuning in from. Mastering emotions. Someone said mastering emotions is priority if you want to make money. Less is more when stuff gets hard, stuff gets too much. Go to the basics. It's called taking a step back. You might need to do that. So let's get into this. Let's get into the charts a little bit. If you look at gold, the New York session, we're going to go over that. We're going to talk a little bit about New York session. Let me go to this. I posted this in Discord and in Telegram. And this is where things get simple right here. Like it's not that much when you're looking at like price levels. So hold numbers, right? Like XAU gold above the $5,100 key level. So this is on Monday. So that's when the market was here. So this is like Monday whenever we were doing our analysis, like here, we wanted gold to actually come to 5,100. That was one thing we had in mind. At that time, it made more sense because it was like the market was closer. It was like, okay, maybe we could go to $5,100. So that right there, like I said, whole number, really simple. That's a whole number right there. Ends with zeros, 5,100. That would be like 5,200. You know, we got 5,200 right here. That would be another one with zeros, 5,200. All right. Tuned in from Uganda. What's good? New Zealand. Slovenia. We got, okay, nice. Some of you guys have been trading 2 years, 5 years, 1 year, 7 years, 6 years this summer, 5 years. A lot of you guys got experience. Nice, nice, nice. 5 years, 6 years, nice, around 1 year. So yeah, some of you guys are still in what I called the hurdle. Some of you guys got a lot of experience. Some of you guys are in that hurdle. Like, you know, there's hurdles to jump. You know, and that might come in the first year, 2 years, 3 year range where you're learning a lot of information. It might just take a point in your trading to become disciplined and focus on fewer things so you get better at execution. Because you don't need all these fancy gadgets. Like, I have scanners. And I'm working on them right now. I gotta update stuff. Shit, I know. My bad. It's soon. You don't need all these fancy like AI stuff out there. You see a lot of stuff on Instagram with things that like help traders find like the best trades and everything. Like, you can actually become good and skilled in your execution and what you're looking at and what you're seeing over time if you focus on the right things and you don't overcomplicate things. So, whole numbers. We were looking, again, I was saying beginning of the week, maybe we can get a pull back to 5,100. I kept it really simple Like, I could throw a bunch of charts every day, but I threw one chart this week. And I've been sending signals if you're in the inner circle. Now, you might look at something on a Sunday, on a Monday, or you could look at something on a Friday or a Thursday, and it could play out Tuesday. You could look at something I've been talking about this for years. Like, if anybody's been following me for years, what I'm saying right now isn't new. Smash the like button. Smash the like button, fam. Subscribe if you're new. If you're new, subscribe. We're live. We're going to be live every day the next 30 days. I know people have been missing me on these YouTube streams. So soon I'm going to be launching Inner Circle 2.0 in like a bit over 30 days. We're going to be launching Inner Circle 2.0 in 30 days from now. 2.0 version. We're upgrading. We're launching a full website. So that's coming soon. So I'm going to be streaming a lot here on YouTube the next 30 days up until when we launch the website. You're going to be seeing me stream here pretty much every day. That could be London session or New York session. I'll pop up when I'm going live. But yeah, up until the next like 30 days, I'm going to be here live every single day. Take advantage. Because when we launch 2.0, I'm going to be focusing a lot on the Inner Circle launch. Going to be putting a lot of hours, time into that. But that is coming soon. Smash that like button, fam. Smash that like button. All right. Smash that like button. I've been trading 11 years, and the amount of times that I've been through situations like this where I'm looking at something on a Sunday, I'm looking at something on a Monday, and then it ends up happening on a Wednesday. You get used to it. You gotta be prepared for it. Anything can happen. And, you know, market ended up pushing up to 5,200, right? We see 5,200 got tapped. It didn't get to 5,100, right? We see we didn't get to 5,100. We got to 51.25. Bam. 25. You guys should know already what I'm saying. You know, I said 25. I've said it like 5 times. 25. Why do I keep saying 25? Does anybody know? Why do I keep saying 25? Goldbot's not active yet. Soon. So you see, it almost came to 5,100, but it hit 5,125. So remember what? Remember the blueprints. Remember the blueprints. Study this stuff. I'm going over this briefly right now. The video that I'm about to record after this session is going to be fire. I'm going to upload a video to Understanding Gold. If you're in the inner circle, I'm going to upload a video to Understanding Gold. It's going to be a good video. Make sure you guys study this stuff because I just mentioned it. The blueprints. Remember. 0, 25. Even currency pairs. If I don't trade currency pairs, but if I want to, I could do a lesson on this on Euro USD, maybe a couple currency pairs too. Even currency pairs. Every 25 pips, every 50 pips, currency pairs. If we want to do lessons on currency, I could show you some lessons on this on currency pairs too. I don't trade currency pairs like that, but I could teach you guys some stuff to refine them, and not how to trade them how I trade gold, but some stuff to refine and maybe become a bit more accurate. 5,200, you could see got tapped, and maybe we're thinking there could be a big resistance there. It made a little bit of resistance, and then it broke above 5,200. At this point, market's above 5,200, and this is where it's like you could look for that break and retest. I went over this live on stream. Anybody who's been following, so you guys miss some stuff that I say on live streams, because usually every live stream I go over something. So the other day, probably like 2 days ago, I was saying it's kind of blurry right now. It'll clear up in a little, but we were live streaming, and I was talking about that price right there is 5,200. I didn't send this signal, but you can only imagine if I'm going over something like this and it happened, I was probably in the move. I didn't send a signal on this trade, but I went over this live. 5,200. You can see it there. This is on the live stream the other day. Well, we get 836 views. Like I said, smash the like button, fam. We went over this live. And I said, we're getting above that, maybe a break and retest. So you can use these prices for different things, because you can see here in a market that's a bit active, breaking above 5,200. What did gold do? Pulled back to 5,200. I actually even said on this live stream, go watch the live stream. I said 5,200, 5,190 area. I said wait for a pullback. I said it a lot of times on that stream, even before it broke out. Even before the market actually broke above 5,200, I was saying this is something that's potentially going to happen. Even before it was breaking, I was saying there's potential for this. As it was nearing that level, I was saying this is a level that we could potentially break out. Before we broke out of it, we were live when I was doing this. 5,200 level. Saying there's a level, and I showed examples of what I was talking about. So that happened. I was saying gold might be trying to break this level. It's a level that sometimes it's not about it's a level that could, it's understanding if this is it's understanding if this happens, it's a level that could work. So it's why am I looking at this like this? Because I understand based on the way price is moving at the time, how the market momentum is moving, that if this happens, it doesn't have to, but I know if this breaks, if this is a level that breaks, then it could react like this. I'm not just randomly going to the chart doing this, because time and time again, you will see me mark up charts like this, right? So we were on the live talking about 5,200. Maybe we can get above it. Maybe we can retest it. And like, look at what gold did. Right? So it's like right there. Easy trading opportunity. I went over it live. Could have put your stop loss right below the low here. That was something I went over live. You could see right there 1 day ago. 836 views. We talked about that live. Right, like, I don't know how much more accurate you guys want right there with live analysis. You could, like, there was a good trading opportunity there, right? And it kept pushing up, and then it came back to 5,200. And it ended up just dumping, right? Price just dumped. And this is where I ended up catching my next trade was at 5150. Which was a signal I sent inside the inner circle, like the second last trade. One gold dumped. Guess where I was? 5150. 50. Caught entry right here. I literally caught an entry right here. At this low. Ran it up for 300 pips. I sent this signal to the inner circle. Before I sent that signal, the last thing I went over with all of you guys here was this break and retest, right? I went over this. Break, retest, possible move up. $5,200. Simple, like nothing complicated. The stuff I teach you guys, if you actually locked in, you're consistent. Like I know a lot, if you're in the inner circle and you're consistent, like this is the stuff I talk about every week. Next trade I caught was literally right here. After that, at 5150. That's where we caught our next entry. 5150. And then like again, like the chart that I posted, like there's a lot of different things I'm giving out. I'm giving out signals to you guys that follow inside the inner circle. There's different analysis I'm doing live. And even stuff like this, right? 5100 eventually gets tapped, but this is when it's about timing, like, because when does 5100 get tapped, right? Like the market was holding above 5150 for a bit. I know we did a push up and then we dumped. 5150 was holding, and then what does it do? It ends up breaking down, taps 5125, and then 5100. We're at 5100 now. Where's the market? New York session, right before the stock market opens up. So you have like a full London bearish, New York bullish, potentially like reversal. Like London was fully bearish. And there you go, like 5100. Don't say I didn't tell you. Like I did say, like that was the first thing I talked about this week, 2 days ago. I posted in this chat, public chat, posted in Telegram. I did warn you guys about that level this week. The 5100, I mean. And yeah, since there, market structure shifted up. There's more stuff. Like if you look at 25, then 50, then 75. But yeah, yo. And now we're here. New York session. You know, New York session could be a key time. New York session. Look at gold right now. We're at 5,200. Well, we just rejected 5,200. So it's like if we might come down. Like we just rejected 5,200. Maybe we come down to like 5,150. I don't know. Market structure right now looks a bit bullish here. So It's like we could come down and test different levels. I'm going to be focusing more on New York session today because there was some missed entries already. Earlier in the day, there was a couple entries that could have already been found. Like for now, market's just kind of consolidating above this level. So like for London, it's like maybe we hold above 51.75, get a push. I'm not really focusing on London too much aggressively right now because we could drop down to like 51.50 maybe for New York. The 4 hour could come down. Price does look bullish though for gold. Depends on how the daily finishes today too. Like look at the daily right now. Yesterday had a bearish rejection but recovered some of the day already. So depending on how the daily closes here, it's like we could wait too. Like if the daily closes bullish at this level, that could be significant for tomorrow to go up. I'm looking at like the daily right now. If you're bullish, you could even wait to see how the daily closes on gold. Daily, if the daily closes bullish, tomorrow could potentially like try to push up. All right, we have an interesting level on the daily here, the green zone that I marked here. There's like an interesting area here on the daily time frame that you can see we're above right now. And holding. Where'd the green zone go? Why doesn't it appear when I go? There it is, green zone. Yeah, like that zone's holding like on the daily strong right now. I think for New York session, if you're looking for buys on gold, like New York session most likely, it's literally pushed up. New York session the last 2 days. If you look at Monday and then yesterday, so if you're looking for like strong buys, because you could get like scalping reactions right now, and then a totally different entry later in New York. That's what I was talking about yesterday. Like you don't have to always marry one trade. Like it has to be 100%. It's gonna go up. Like you can get different entries that can react. That could be more. This is like maybe more of a scalping entry. Maybe it's not a major entry. I remember like I sent an entry here and then I sent another entry. And it's like if the whole time I'm looking at both entries, like they have to go up, they have to go up. You know, I'm missing kind of the point of like the execution of like getting in profit, getting money, right? Like if 8 or 9 out of 10 trades that I take go into profit, why not just collect the profit if I can be profitable with most decisions that I make? You don't always have to go for home runs. The market can give you different entries. And this is where a lot of you guys are messing up in your trading, right? Like if you look, like I'll send 1, 2 signals, they'll get in profit majority of the time, the signals that I send. Do they always go home runs? No. Like the next signal I could have sent would have been 5100, and that would have been the home run. So it's like you could collect different entries. Like a lot of you guys, when I come on here and I say, okay guys, like look, here's the analysis for London session. It doesn't have to be the only thing. Like it's maybe the thing for right now. Like I'll come on here and like 5200. That happened. It happens. People ask me like, Evan, are we still looking for 5200 buys? It's like, well, it happened already, you know, like it already happened. There's going to be another thing the market presents, maybe at another time, maybe at another price, right? I think some of you guys are really confusing the sense of analysis at times where it's like, okay, guys, maybe this area holds, maybe it doesn't, but there'll be another entry to maybe collect if it doesn't. Like you got to be prepared for that. Like what if like, because you could get different reactions and not everything has to be 100%. Like we could look at London session right now. Like, okay, I know a lot of you guys want to trade right now. You want a setup, you want a trade. What if the trade for this time is not as good as the trade we could wait for later on? Or the trade that you guys are looking for, right? Maybe you guys are looking for that home run every single time, that 500 pip, 300 pip, right? Market's not going to give us that every single time, right? It can give us clean reactions. I called out literally I called out an entry here yesterday. Here's where I called out an entry. And it's like, if I'm just married to that one entry, I'm not going to be ready for other reactions. And I called out another entry at 145 right here. Right, next entry I called out was here. So I called out two buys there yesterday. Both went into profit. Both hit take profits, right? We hit take profit 3 on one, and we hit full take profit on the other one, right? The last 2 trades that I sent. It's like, okay, that worked for that time, right? London session, maybe even Tokyo session. One of the trades was Tokyo session. The other one was London. It's like, not everything's going to hold 100%. Like, not every level. Like, if we're trading as much as we're trading, guys, like, every day, like, if we every day doing analysis trading, that's frequent, right? It's a lot. So it's like, not every single zone is going to be like a home run. It's like, Evan, you called out 5150. Why, I called out a buy there. It gave the reaction that it did. And that was it. It's like, what else to say about 5150? Maybe it comes back and still holds. If it doesn't, there's going to be another setup, right? That you have to prepare yourself for, or look for, or wait for. Be patient enough for, right? Some of you guys are emotionally attached to just one idea, whether it works, doesn't work, whether it hits take profit, comes back to the same zone. You're not prepared or thinking there can be another setup. Maybe I can wait. Because, like, look at, like I said last night, the last session I did, I said, guys, if 5150 doesn't hold, right, the market's going to go lower and try to find another zone. The last thing we talked about was that, like, I said, this could hold. If it doesn't, you'll have to be prepared to look for another trade setup. There'll be another entry to find, right? Watch a different price, look for a different zone. Literally, I gave you guys the price 2 days ago. 5,100. It would have been 5,100. Like, that's where you could have caught your next buy. New York session, 5,100, right? So it's like, if you're emotionally attached to, if you think every trade has to be a home run, like, you attempt things for what's in front of you, what you have, in terms of, there's an entry here, let's see what the market gives me, right? Maybe there's an entry loading in this area. Maybe it goes. If it doesn't, that's what's available for right now. That's what the market's offering you. Otherwise, you wait for the next time, you wait for the next price, wait for the next setup, right? Maybe the market has a reaction like in this area. If it doesn't, is it the end of the world? No, like, that's where some of you guys marry your bias. Like, you're emotionally attached to, like, I notice it because we'll talk about things and it's like the next thing will happen and a lot of people don't see the next thing. And it's like, oh man, there was, or it's like, if one zone doesn't hold infinitely, it's like, oh my gosh, what happened? We're wrecked. We're done. We're fucked. We're screwed. It's like, don't think like that, because it's like, you're going to miss other entry. You're not even going to see the other entry opportunities. You're not even going to see them. You're not going to learn, right? It's like, if a zone doesn't hold, we went over all this. Yes, again, I sent 2 trades over here yesterday for buys. And they both went in profit. Like, one went in profit from the zone. What was it? 65. One was up 180 pips. The other one hit like full take profit, 300 pips. It even went up like 400 pips at one point. They were good trades for the time that was there, for what was there. And so that's what trading can be. Sometimes, like, if you guys notice, I'm good at executing. I'm good at getting entries. I could have sent more entries. I'm going to record a video after this and show you, like, we're probably going to go live in the inner circle right after this. I can execute entries, right? I show you guys them live in real time with signals. But I tell you guys, a lot of times, like, sometimes it's like that. If you're good at executing, you're good at getting entries, sometimes the market's going to give you what it gives you. And not every zone is going to hold infinitely. Some of you guys haven't learned that part yet, and you got to really, really understand that. So if it doesn't hold, you got to accept it for what it is. If it doesn't hold, you got to accept it for what it is, move on. Come back the next session, come back the next day, right? And I'm talking about your own trading. I'm not talking about for me and following me. Let's say I didn't do this. Let's say I didn't stream. Let's say I didn't have an inner circle. Who knows where I would be, whatever I'd be doing, right? Talk about your own trading. It's like you either got, if something doesn't hold, you either got to accept it for what it is, like infinitely. If it doesn't infinitely hold, and go up thousands of pips, because we had 2 executions here, perfect, right? So you either got to accept it for what it is, move on, not get emotional about, oh my God, the zone didn't. If you're looking for a home run every trade, like if you're that type of person I'm trying to catch this move up here, this is my take pro, because I see some of your guys' charts. Like I see your guys' charts. Most of your guys' charts look like this when you're aiming your trades. Every single trade though. You're not going to hit that every single trade. Like I see most of your guys' trading view charts. They look like this. By the time you hit that take profit, I'll closed 4 trades in profit in 2 days. Like I'll have closed 3 trades in one day, or in one day I'll take 2 trades. By the time you're maybe gonna hit that, right? Like it doesn't have to be a home run, right? It's about execution, right? How you can execute, because if you're going, like, think about it. I got an entry here. Imagine if I was like, I got to target the high. You're going to have to attempt that multiple times to get that entry that actually goes there, right? You're going to have to, maybe you're going to take the next buy here. Okay, now you're on the way to the high. Maybe if you got the buy there, or you're going to target the high. Like if you're going for that home run, thousands of pips, 500 pip target, huge swing target, right? How many times are you going to have to attempt that on average to get it, right? So, like, the home run, like, if you're treating every trade like it needs to get to... You'll make money faster, or you'll make money if you just focus on execution, reaction. Because, like, if every trade that I take, I have to catch a swing to here, what are the odds I'm going to, hit that? Because look at these 2 trades that I took in the same day, right? So it's like not every trade you take is going to be a home run. Most are going to be average. Now, depending on how you define execution too, like how you're executing. If you're executing like this too, like look at this trade I took yesterday. This is a trade I took yesterday. Execution. All right, there's a trade that I took yesterday. Is if my execution is on point, do I need 1,000 pips? No, if my execution is on point majority of the time, right? I don't need to catch thousands of pips every single trade. If I take 10 trades and I go for 1,000 pips every trade, what are the odds every trade's going to hit 1,000 pips? It'll probably take me, to get that 1,000 pip trade, it'll probably take me more than a few attempts to get it, right? Like I'll have to really maybe attempt a few different entries, which if that's your style, that might be worth it, right? But you have to be prepared for that. You have to be mentally prepared for that outcome. So when you take a trade and it doesn't work, you're not like, oh my God, what's wrong with me? It's not working. It's the end of the world. A lot of you guys panic when the markets invalidate something or a zone acts crazy. So, like, if you're going for home runs, if that's your style, if every trade you take, you're trying to go for thousands of pips, understand the outcome and the probability you're positioning yourself with in terms of how many times you're even operating, like how many times you're actually operating the position, like how many trades are you actually taking, right, to do that, to get those attempts. Because realistically, if you're someone like me who can position themselves multiple times in the same day, right, it might make sense to try to go for that then. But if you're someone who's taking one trade like here and there, and it's like, you're not going to hit that every single time, right? Even like if you're someone like me who's taking a trade a day or 2 trades a day, 2-3 trades a day, right? most of the trades like are probably not going to hit that home run. It'll probably take multiple attempts to get that, right? And if that's your style, it might be worth it because that one that hits might be worth, like, maybe the 1,000 pips you catch, maybe the risk to reward. It's all things you have to really think of and plan accordingly in your mind too, and think about it. Because like I said, like me, how I trade, if something doesn't work, if a zone doesn't infinitely hold, like if I'm looking for the mark, maybe I'm looking for this to go up, maybe I'm looking for a big swing, right? And it doesn't hold, I'm mentally already prepared for, let me look for another opportunity. I'm mentally, emotionally, and in terms of risk, prepared for that. Some of you guys aren't mentally preparing yourself for what's possible as well with the market. So when you lose, you hit a brick wall. And that takes more energy away from you than it actually should. I see it pretty much every day because like I send signals. People met, like I see it every day. If I don't reply to your DMs, understand right now I have 200. I got 200 like yesterday. I mean, I had like 200 messages. So it's like, listen, like I'm one person. I get 100 DMs a day, 100 to 200 DMs a day. It's gonna be hard to me to get back to you. Like to answer. Like I'm getting think about it. I got 100 messages a day, guys. So it's hard right now. Even in school. I'm getting back to people in school. I have 200 plus messages on school. It's like, and some of them are long messages, so it's like it's hard to get back to everyone. I could do that, but then I'll, it's either that or focus on signals. I'm focusing on looking for trades right now. I got a lot of, like, every day my messages fill up. Like, tune in the live streams, fam. Tune in the live streams for now. Updates will be here. Any updates will be on the live streams, guys. The gold bot's not out yet, guys. Like, relax. It's not out yet. The gold bot is not out yet. It's not trading. It's not active. If you guys will hear updates, like on the live streams, or I'll say something in Discord or on school, like breathe, calm down, take a chill pill, breathe. I shouldn't even. I wasn't gonna announce it, but like it's coming. It's coming. Take a chill pill. Take a chill pill. So it's like right now, like maybe gold. Like look at it. It's pulling back on the 1 hour. We got a nice little area here where there was like a break and retest here. I mean, control your emotions. Like, if I lose, I might be like, okay. If I lose, I might be preparing myself for literally a re-entry. Whereas, some of you guys lose and we're cooked. We're done. What the fuck just happened? Me, like, I'm in the zone preparing to enter the market again, probably, or looking for my next re-entry, right? To recover my loss or make my loss back and some more. But again, I'm already prepared for that. Like, I'm not going to every trade like it has to win 100%. So I know myself. I know where I position myself. Self-awareness. This area maybe holds. I mean, if you look to the left, it kind of already retested. Look at, we broke up here, retest, bam. It's kind of like same thing kind of going on here, right? If it doesn't hold, this is where you have to be prepared for the things a lot of you guys aren't prepared for. Like, look at yesterday, the same thing I was talking. We're having the same conversation now we were having yesterday. Yesterday I was saying if the zone doesn't hold, be prepared for like that New York volatility to come in, probably a liquidity grab. Probably same thing today. Like, we're not that far off where we were yesterday when we were streaming this time. So, like, if this zone doesn't hold, if we're looking for buys and we're like, okay, we have a zone here and it doesn't hold, then what are we kind of prepared for later on to find a new zone? Well, Evan, where's the new zone? I don't have to worry about that. That's where timing comes into key. The new zone's probably going to form around New York session. If there's going to be another entry, it's going to be around New York session. I could maybe it's around this low. Right, but like right now, think about it. What is it right now? It's London session. Same thing I was talking about last night. Same thing I was saying last night. I was like, for now we have this, like it's London session, guys. Like this is what's here, but New York could present a total different opportunity, right? And it did. So it's like same thing today. Like London has this. Maybe this can hold. We push up, we go back to the high. If not, like you got to be kind of prepared for like, okay, what could happen? Like could liquidity be grabbed? Could we dump down and maybe come down to the low? That's always a possibility. We don't have to forecast though. We could just kind of wait for key times, like see where the market is around 9 a.m. See where the market is around these hours and see like, is there any buy signals? Is there any buy confirmations? Is there any way right now price is behaving that tells me I could get a buy reaction? Evan, what are the confirmations that we're looking for the buys? Guys, it's price behavior. Like we talk about like so many things. This is where like a lot of you guys get confused. Evan, well, what are we looking for? What confirmations are we looking for? If that's where like some questions are hard for me to answer, where it's like you guys think I have like a future, like a crystal ball where I could see into the future where price is going to be exactly. No, it's like I don't. But it's like kind of preparedness of anything can happen. What can I identify? What can your eyes identify? This isn't about me in the market. This is about you guys trying to learn and level up. I'm already a skilled trader. What can you guys identify, right? It could be anything in the moment, right? Trade setups sometimes don't always, for me as an active day trader, you guys got to remember, I'm an active day trader. I can take 3 trades a day, right? 2 to 3 trades a day on average. You guys got to remember, I'm an active day trader. I'm not sitting here looking for one swing position for the week, right? Forecasting. I'm not a forecaster. I'm not an analyst. Like I do it in the moments or a little bit before or when things are happening, right? I'm an active day trader, right? I'm not someone I'm not coming on here just like this right here. This is easy. This is easy. Right? Like that the one chart no, more of an act that's forecasting. Right? That's forecasting something. I'm not doing that every day. Right? That's easy to forecast for the week. That's something that's easy to forecast for the week. I'm not sitting here forecasting things. I'm showing up multiple times a day. London, New York, Tokyo, and I'm looking at what the market is doing during those times, trying to see, is there any confirmations? Is there any, like, let's put some emphasis on the word any. Is there any confirmations right now? Any. What can you identify? And I talk about too many things, like it could be reversals, liquidity grabs. Like, look at the rejection candle that happened at 51.30. It also happened on the 1 hour time frame. It could be any confirmation, liquidity grab. This candle dumped. There's a huge liquidity grab coming to 5100. Like it could be any it doesn't have to be more. It could be any one confirmation that's like, yo, there could be a buy here. There could be a sell here. There could be a reaction here. It could be 5100. It doesn't have to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 steps. I don't need 5 steps to find a trade. I need 1, really, at times. Because by the time I'm looking for those 5 steps, it's going to have made the move. It's probably going to have made the move. It's just understanding the dynamic of how price is being delivered at times. Like, how is price delivered? What just happened? Like, what just happened? How was price delivered? Where is it being delivered to? It's not always about looking for a crossover, looking for XAZ, step 1, step 2, breakout, this, because like you might not catch that trade, and I will, right? So there's ways I actually catch these trades about thinking and reacting in time, in real time. 5100, right before 930. I mean, if you didn't catch the entry there, you could see on the 5 minute and the 1 minute how the market structure started shifting up, right? How you have like a clear market structure shift right here, right? You get that last lower low and that ends up taking into a higher high. So there's a market structure shift here. So like after that, every single pullback was pretty much turning into a buy. Right? You could have watched like every single pullback on gold after that reversal. You didn't have to catch the bottom realistically. You didn't have to catch 5100 at the bottom. It reacted after 5100. You might have had limited time to enter based on what you actually could have seen here. Like, what can you actually see here? What can you actually spot that's telling you there's detail here, there's information about the market reversing? Guys, this is nothing new what I'm talking about right now. I literally had this same conversation with you guys down here. If you're in the inner circle, live when this happened. Down here when this reversal happened. Same exact confirmation. And conversation. So there's nothing new, guys, that I'm talking about right now. Everything I'm talking about right now is no new conversations, right? And that goes into, again, the way that I started this session. Everything I'm talking about is all repetitive information. If anybody's been on since the beginning, remember what I said at the beginning. All these blueprints I posted a year ago. To this day, I'm still teaching you guys the same thing in these blueprints, the same concepts. There's some of this stuff I'm going in a little bit over right now might not be in those blueprints, but it's like, what can you actually spot here? What can your eyes actually identify? Because if you missed 5100, maybe you weren't quick enough to react, to act on it. Maybe you weren't fast enough. Maybe you're too scared. Maybe you're being a little, right? Maybe you're being scared. Maybe you're scared and you hesitated. There you go. Like that is things to get better at. What's the difference of a trader who's getting an entry here and a trader's not? Is one that's maybe more prepared to act and one that actually has acted more often, maybe actually acts, right? If you're scared to enter, then you're going to miss the entry and you're probably going to maybe not see things that might be clear after. 5100 reacted. You have a market structure shift right there, right? You can see it clearly on the line chart. You have all that right there happening. Market makes a higher high. At that point, it starts to break out, right? It's the same pattern. This is a 5 minute, same pattern I showed on the 1 hour, way down here, live when it was happening. It's just on the 5 minutes. So like, what can you spot? What can you actually react to? Stick to those things that you could see. Like, stick to the things that you could see and you can react to. Because you could have caught entries. You could have caught entries on this using like 5125. You could have used 5125. Like, if you didn't catch 5100, if you missed an entry there, you could have caught an entry at 5125. Could have used that. That could have been your next entry, right? At that point, after this, every single pullback is turning into a buy. So if you're scalping, that's good. If you're scalping, you're able to get buy reactions on the pullbacks. If you're trying to swing, not all those pullbacks will hold. So think about this. Let's think about what I just said moments ago, guys. Let's say you're in this market now and you understand all the pullbacks now. We just had a market structure shift reversal. The pullbacks are turning into buys. Let's say I'm looking for a home run and I understand, okay, I can use the pullbacks for buys. Not every single like you can get entries. You can get entries, right? Here's a pullback, turns into a buy. Next pullback turns into a buy. Now, is it a home run? No, it's not. Was there an opportunity there to enter? Yes, there was. What did it turn into? A bigger pullback. You have to be prepared for this stuff because you still there's your home run, right? So it's like, look at all the pullbacks after the market structure shift. If you don't know what a market structure shift is, there should be a good amount of videos where I've talked about it on my YouTube channel. Look into it. Every pullback after this reaction at 5100, right? Every single one. How are we looking on the live here? How are we looking on the live? Taps 5100, reaction, reverses, market structure shift. Every pullback then turns into a buy. Okay? Every single pullback then turns into a buy. Smash the like button, fam. Smash the like button. Every single pullback turns into a buy. Now, not all of them are, they're giving you entries. You're even this little guy right here, that little guy right there, you're getting a pullback. So it's like when you're in a buying market, when a market's reversed and you're in a buying market with gold, literally every pullback's going to get eaten up. But it doesn't mean they're all going to really, really stick. Like you can see all of these different pullbacks that are literally happening on a 5-minute along the way up here. Right? Now, some of them might be more like visible on a 15. This is where it's like, okay, if we move up, it's like this one starts to become way more visible on like a 15-minute and then like a 30-minute. So it's just turning into a bigger pullback, right? Even right now, like if you look at the market right now from this point of view, right, live chart, 51.75 there, 51.80 area holding. We've been doing a slight pullback. Like on the hourly here, we've been slightly pulling back. Like market's doing a bit of a pullback, like a bigger one, all right? If I look here on the hourly, see this is the hourly chart. If I look at like the last two candles, and now this one's kind of just like jumping a bit, reacting a bit around this kind of key area here that we could stay above on gold, right? Look at this area. See the last two candles, they've been pulling back. That's like a bigger pullback now happening on the 1 hour, right? So these pullbacks, like buyers in a buying market, buyers are going to want to eat the pullbacks up. Even if they're little guys. They could be little guys, right? Even little guys, even, all right? Even right now, this 1 hour, like look at the area to the left here that we're kind of like above in structure, resistance, support, when we look at like the technical side of the chart. So yeah, like we've gotten this pullback here. This 1 hour is flipping. This 1 hour is 40 minutes left. If this closes bullish in 40 minutes, then maybe we get an entry on the next candle. If this candle closes bullish, there could be a potential entry on the next candlestick to like take this thing back up. Maybe something to consider with this part of the chart, right? When we look at it. Yo, subscribe if you're new to the channel. Smash the like button. Look at this candle. It has 40 minutes left. There's 40 minutes left on this one. If this candle closes bullish, next candle could potentially provide an entry. What do I mean by that? Let me show you. For example, let's go here. See how this candle closed bullish? The next candle, it looks like it shot straight up, maybe to most naked eyes, but the next candle wicks down a little bit. You can see here. It actually wicks down a little bit. That's what I mean. Like, let me find a better example than that one even. 1 hour, let me go to here. Where's that trade I took? Was it the 30-minute? Over here. Here's a better example. I like this one more. Let me use this. This is like a trade that I took on February 15th. See this candle? Closes bullish. The next candle goes up, but it doesn't just go up right away, right? The next candle actually wicks down before it goes up. So, wick down. This candle, when we're looking at gold right now, 1 hour. 4 hour might be flipping. Look at the 1 hour. If this 1 hour closes bullish, what I mean is maybe the next candle, if this one closes bullish in 37 minutes, the next candle could potentially start bearish. That would be good. The reason I'm saying that is because that would be ideal to see in a situation like this. Let's say I wanted an entry. Getting it on this, taking an entry on this candle could be risky. Like, yes, this candle could shoot up, but it's already moved. It's already moved a little bit, So it's like I could monitor this candle to see if it closes bullish and try to get an entry on the next candle. That would be more ideal. That's why I'm saying that. One way to look at the chart. All right. Whoa, TikTok here. I was live streaming on TikTok. I ended it. Yeah, next candle maybe. There's an area. This area is interesting on gold. Interesting area. Next candle though, maybe. This candle's moved a bit. There was a good buy. It's an interesting zone. Where would the next zone be? Like, it would have to invalidate this zone, and then, you know, like probably around 50. Like, I think this zone might hold. I'd rather a good entry would be around like 86, 88, like lower. It's pushing up right now. It looks like it wants to keep pushing up. You can see the next zone maybe on the 30-minute around here. I'd have to like invalidate this area, you know. You can see it on the 1 hour, like down here. Like this area, this low. I don't know, next zone would probably be down there. I'd have to invalidate the zone. So this candle, it could close bullish in 35 minutes. If it does, potentially entries on the next candle. I'll watch. I might send a signal out then. There might be a London session signal. Next zone could be like if this zone gets invalidated. It's like, you know, we're holding above here right now. All of like this resistance here. It would have to go under this zone, and then it would probably find it like near this low down here. That would probably be like the next zone, maybe the next area. It could try to push back up. It's not going to just do it in this. Like, this candle has 34 minutes. I mean, kind of a good amount of time for it to still it could push up in that amount of time. I'm not going to chase it, though. It's already moved. There was good entries down here. So it's like next candle, possibly an entry if it pulls back, potentially. Yeah, I give TPs, but I remember, like, I have multiple entries. I'm usually like when it hits TPs, I'm usually closing. I'll leave a few runners a lot of times. There's a couple times it's been some big ones, but most of the time I'm closing like 80% of my trade and then leaving a bit. It just looks like a lot because I have multiple entries. I break down the position. Can this 1 hour close bullish? And maybe next hour. Crypto went down a lot. And then a bit of recovery. Like, you're going to see people buy the dips when you get those low prices. Like, what did Bitcoin hit yesterday? I think we hit like 62s. People are going to buy those dips. Like, when price hits low entries, when you get low prices, like here, we already hit it here, like here, like these dumps down that hit lower prices, people will buy every time it goes lower. If it goes lower, people will buy. Goes up, if it goes lower, people will buy. So, like, I mean, price changes can happen. Like, what, 62, 65 now? What did Solana hit? Solana hit 76, now 82. So, I mean, anytime you get those, like, cheaper prices, it might be something to take advantage of as the market keeps... Oh, KSM went up. Whoa. KSM, what do you know? Thank you. I have this coin. KSM, what? 12%. Freaking KSM, man. Just bleeding out. Like everything else. Pretty much like every altcoin. Yeah. Oh man, like pretty much like every single altcoin. Hey man, just don't get liquidated. Survive the next couple months. Half the year. First half of the year looks like it's gonna be rough. We should bottom out. Maybe in the summer, closer to summertime, after summertime. After the summertime, probably after the summertime. Wherever price goes. Could go lower, but anytime those lower prices get hit, like if it hits 50, if it hits 60, If it hits 60 flat, there will be buyers. If it hits 59, 58, there will be buyers. As it goes down, like if it keeps going down, like buyers will step in the market. KSM. It's at $5. I have KSM. I hold it. So, what can we say? It's one of those. We'll do I don't want to do a crypto talk right now because that would actually be like a 2-hour session. So maybe we save that for tomorrow. Let's save that for New York session. Because we've already been on for like, how long have we been on for here? I don't even know how long we've been on for. We've already been on for an hour and 17 minutes, so it'll be a lot. We're gonna let's save it for tomorrow or the next day. Yeah, today or tomorrow. So Wednesday or like today, Wednesday or Thursday. 1 hour, like I said, 30 minutes till it closes. Maybe there's an entry on the next candle. Like if it comes down, if it can spike down a bit. This 1 hour doesn't look too bad. Could go for a bullish close. Maybe next one wicks down, gives an entry. Like, look what this candle did. This candle down here. Whoa. What did I just do? Like, see this candle right here? See what the next candle did? It gave an entry on the next candle. You know, there was a wick down a bit, gave an entry. Or even this one at the bottom. Look at the 1 hour down here. See what the next candle did? That's pretty much more so what I'm talking about. Yeah. Next candle shot up, but it didn't shoot up right away. It would have went down first, came into like half of the body of that candle, and then pumped up. So that's what I'm talking about. The next candle could potentially do something like that. That would be good to see if this candle closes bullish. But I'm going to wrap it up. Hope you guys enjoyed the session, got some value. Going to wrap it up here. I'm going to go live inside the inner circle. I'll drop the link in 20 minutes. I'm going to go live inside the inner circle. So if you're inside the inner circle, I'll drop the link in school and in Discord. I'll drop it in school in like 10 minutes, actually. In 10 minutes, I'm going to wrap this session up. If you're inside the inner circle, we're going to go live and continue this session. So those of you guys in the inside,